Yeah, we good. So, look, come on, man. Come on with it. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. We made it. We made it out that thing. Boy, I'm talking about, listen, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's the same for y'all as it is for me. But there were some close calls, there were some risky moments, there was some lost soldiers, there was some loved ones that didn't make it all the way through. You hear me?
We come from poverty, man, we ain't have a thing.
We come from poverty, man, we ain't have a thing.
So you gotta recenter. You gotta recenter. You have to recenter yourself and let this be the thing. And for me, right, I feel like I gotta go through it weekly. Like, you know what I'm saying? For me, my recenter day is unceremoniously, right, attached to the religious day. So on Sundays, you know what I'm saying, my anxiety get all bad. I get like, man, I need to be doing something needs to happen. But you got to recenter. You got to recenter. I'm talking about for the people where 2024 went good, you got to recenter, because how you going to make it go better? And then for the people where 2024 didn't necessarily go so good, you know what I'm saying? You got to recenter and figure out, okay, well, look, what lessons, you know what I'm saying? No. It wasn't losses. You didn't lose. What lessons can you take from 2024 and then move them throughout your journey, apply them, and then move them throughout your journey so you can make sure that you start this year off with a bang? For me, right, something I was thinking about, and then something I felt like in video format could give value to the masses is right, my decision to become a stay-at-home parent, the trials and tribulations that go into that. Because, right, I got a video where a couple videos ago where I talk about like the multiple jobs and stuff I got to work, and the guy's like, man, you're not putting in 72 hours like me. And you know what I'm saying? Like I said, hey, big dog, you got it. You working hard. But there's a whole nother level of respect oftentimes that doesn't get distributed amongst people that, you know, have children, because somebody gotta do the thing. Somebody gotta be there and do the thing, and then go over here and go over here and then do this and then do this and then do this and then do this, right? So for me personally, it didn't take a lot, right? It didn't. So my journey of, like, you know, working, not working, job, no job, kid, no kid, like, you know what I'm saying? Me and my, you know what I'm saying? Me and my family, bro, it done been a lot. The journey has been a lot. So there was times where we both working, so then the kids got to get watched by somebody, and then that become like a whole thing, like where the kids gonna go, and who are they gonna be with, and who are they gonna be around, and all of this. And 90% of the time, you know what I'm saying? Not even like sometimes, 90% of the time, there's things that may go on that you may not condone, you may not like, but you got to compromise on your morals, on your integrity, because you need the people to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I remember one time putting the kids in a daycare, and I'm talking about they wasn't in there a week. They might not have been in there 2 days. You know what I'm saying? One kid got hurt. One kid, like, something happened to her stuff and got misplaced. And like, dang, bro, people really to make a living, they gotta take their kids to this place, pay you guys to oversee their kids, and y'all don't really care like that. Okay, all right, I understand. But then on top of that, right? So then, not to add insult to injury, if they don't pay you guys, then now, right, it's a thing. Like, oh, well, then who's gonna babysit, and then how, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then, you know, family would be like, you know what I'm saying? Family is your biggest supporter, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes your biggest headache, because then in them situations, it might be like, well, yeah, I'll watch them, but I need some. You gotta let me give me some money, let me use your car, give me some food, you know what I'm saying? And all type of stuff where you feel like, you know, that's reasonable, until you question in your mind, like, what? Was that worth it? I don't know. Did I get bamboozled? But throughout that whole period, throughout that whole journey, I'm super, 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 super appreciative of every person, of every hand that was extended, because, you know what I'm saying, my kids made it to this point. Everybody's alive, they're healthy, they got 2 eyes, 2 arms, 2 legs, 1 nose, all of the, all of the regular basics. Everybody don't necessarily have that story and setup, but just the burdens and the stress and the okay, well, if I don't make it in time, are they gonna be alone? And like that whole hustle, right? And then still struggling, right, with money. Like, okay, well, I get paid, and then we pay the rent, and then we ain't got no money, and then well, you gonna do a little thing over here. We got a little food money, like the thing that we all go through, right? Trying to figure out, how you match your life and your life as a productive citizen, your life as a parent, and how you mix everything and make it work. So once it was clear that my family was, going through a time, I said, okay, well, boom, you know what I'm saying? I'm willing to do the thing. I'm willing to, a lot of people, right? And especially men, because, it's a male dominated environment. A lot of men will call it a sacrifice because men ain't really, they like, our egos are held into it. So you got to think, when you can't and aren't the breadwinner, when you can't and aren't the person providing the lifestyle, whatever, all the stuff that come with being a man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go get the beef and I'm gonna bring it home and put it on. You know what I'm saying? When you're not that guy, then there's a lot of humility that you have to be in possession of, because society definitely gonna look at it a certain type of way. Like, you know what I'm saying? What? You letting her go to work and out there in the world? What is wrong with you? Know what I'm saying? Like, we still, like, you think, okay, look, it's a new year, 2025, but those stigmas, that mentality is still present in society, where it's like there's gender roles. So when you start to blur the lines on what it means to be a woman, what it means to be a man, then you are then exposed, right, to some adverse opinions, is the way I'll say it. But that wasn't never a thing, because in my mind, I always had the desire, right, to have multiple things going. So okay, boom, full-time father, but okay, we're gonna make, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna do this, boom, 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 boom. And then, but we also like, okay, we're gonna bring in some money, like, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna do this on the side. Then reality hits. You know what I'm saying? Let me in. Ooh, when they said man plans, God laughs. Boy, they wasn't lying. Because it's a whole nother game when you can't provide just the basic necessities. Like, you need help and you need loans and you need, people to come in and aid, and you like, bro, I could do that. And like, just at the end of last year, I'm like, man, listen, I'm realizing, okay, the plan ain't going, you know what I'm saying, how it's supposed to go. The money ain't coming how it's supposed to come. So then what we gonna do? So then you do what parents do, right? You figure out, okay, boom, boom, you need another job, you gotta like make it work. And I realized, like, whatever it is that you do, it costs something, right? So if you don't find a platform for you, right? Whatever, stay at home, mom, dad, auntie, uncle, grandmama, whatever, you know what I'm saying? If you don't find a platform where you can add value and show up and feel like you're being productive, then that leads to mentally feeling away, right? There's a certain level of mental anguish. You know what I'm talking about? Mental health issues, right? Depression, anxiety, all the, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, that's cool, but in real life is, it don't necessarily work out unless you work it out. So I was going through the process of looking like, oh, okay, boom, you know what I'm saying? Looking at the jobs, upload the resume on the Indeed and all of the stuff, and then jobs call and they're like, oh yeah, well, we want you to do these days or these hours. And you like, bro, I can't do that. I'm like, oh yeah, so sorry to miss you. Or then ones where it's like you can do it, but it's the risk reward is off. So it's like they talking about baby money, big hours, and then you got to ask yourself, if you put your body through that, will you be able to give and aid, right, in the same capacity? So then you got to ask yourself, while we prioritize and say, well, the money, you got to get the bag, man. You got to secure the bag, get the bag, flip it, spin it twice. A lot of times the cost to acquire the bag forces you down a rabbit hole where the bag don't do much. You know what I'm saying? So like right now, like, cause this is something I think about. So, you know what I'm saying? Maybe somewhere out there, you know what I'm saying? You could think about it as well. Whatever your number is, right? For your monthly, right, cost of living. If you could cover it, but you hated what you had to do to cover it, how long could you endure it before you showed signs of cracking? I'm talking about the drugs, the alcohol, the just overall internal unhappiness start to spew out on the people around you. And then, was it worth it? Was it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think about that, like, if I, okay, all right, cool, I can go, you know what I'm saying? Go, boom, 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 boom. And I'm like, man, what is that going to turn me into? You feel like, for better or for worse, the things you do turn you into somebody. You know, am I making sense? Am I tracking? You know what I'm saying? Myron Golden say something like, y'all tracking? The things you do or don't do, it turns you into something. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. We're going to break it down to just basic science. McDonald's every day turns you into a wider version of you. You know what I'm saying? You could be beautiful under all of them McMuffins, but you every day you gonna be big and beautiful. Okay, I'm sorry. So when you ask yourself, what is it turning you into? Like sometimes your ego will feel like, bro, I gotta, you know what I'm saying? We gotta, you know what I'm saying? Go over here, boom, boom. We're gonna do this. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be all right. But if you have the ability to set your ego aside for a moment, then you'll be able to actually say to yourself, is that turning you into the best, most productive person and parent that you could possibly be moving forward? And I'm still in the, you know what I'm saying? I got to bring y'all along so y'all can go through it with me, just in case there's somebody, you know what I'm saying, as I'm figuring it out, because it can take a toll here and then out there, right? It'll go from here to taking a toll in here in your energy, and then from there, you know, you just giving that you giving that venom out into the world. So for me, I question, is it like, am I moving in the right direction? Now, thankfully, I've like from, doing the thing and constantly searching and creating a space of like creating a barrier where I do my best to protect my energy the best way I can, that I've come across and seen clear paths that can make it to where I can have and blend and have the best of both worlds. Like in an ideal environment, I have the money to aid and take care of my household, but I also don't have to trade and give away every ounce of minute, hours, and seconds that I have available to me. So then I'm robbing my kids of my presence, and then I'm replacing that with presence, if that makes sense. I'm wiggling through that. I'm figuring that out, and it's a hell of a hell of a battle. You know what I'm saying? I've definitely, it's a war. It's a war is the word we'll use, and I've definitely won a few battles and I feel like I've lost most of them, but in the process of just, constant evolution, constantly looking and seeking to become better and more evolved and more well-rounded and all of the stuff, then it's making me a better person and parent. And now the next pillar is given the time, energy, attention, detail, appreciation, all of that, right, to all of my relationships. So then you can flourish in more ways than just financially. Because, I was raised in the street. So I was taught, right? If you get the bag, that'll fix all your problems. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because if you really paid attention, you also were shown that wasn't true, right? Listen, my parents touched some chicken. You know what I'm saying? Listen, they was Bonnie and Clyde on your highways. You understand? But then they still had their own separate problems with, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I can see now that was the manifestation of some mental imbalances that the money didn't fix, because there's voids and there's inadequacies and there's insecurities that, designer fashion can't cover up. You understand me? So yeah, I think we working it out. We working it out, y'all. We working it out. But that's my process, and that's what I've been processing. So with that being said, I need y'all to go watch last week's videos, and you need to stay tuned every day for this week's videos. We're going to have a blessed, magnificent, prosperous, amazing 2025. See y'all soon.